Hey, what's up? I'm Mikey Spano, and I'm the Chief Creative Officer and Art Director at Squanch Games. Hopefully you had a chance to watch the new High on Life 2 trailer that we debuted at this year's Xbox Games Showcase. We've been working really hard on this game, and so much love, weird passion, and creativity has gone into every detail. Before we dive in, let's talk about where we're at going into the sequel. High on Life 2 takes place 5 years after the events of the first game. You saved humanity from being illegally trafficked as a smokable drug. Nice. And now, you're the most famous bounty hunter in the known universe. After years of living the rich celebrity lifestyle, you're getting a little bored. So while traveling to a celebrity endorsement event with your manager, Gene, yeah, Gene's back, I love Gene, you're gonna love him, a new bounty comes through the bounty network, and unfortunately, it's a familiar face. Lizzie, your sister. So while you've been building up your own celebrity status, she's been building up her reputation as a terrorist or a freedom fighter, depends on how you look at the situation. And it's the biggest payout you've ever seen, so you know Lizzie is about to get swarmed by bounty hunters if you don't step in. Some stuff happens at an alien zoo with a new human exhibit, but the end result is ultimately that you're now wanted by the same bounty network that you used to work for. Surprise, in High on Life 2, you're the bad guy. Being a wanted outlaw changes things quite a bit for you, your family, and your friends. So with that context, let's jump right in.
Babe, what's wrong?
I'm sorry. I've just been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Human's a pro.
All right, let's talk about this commercial real quick. This thing is so dumb and I love it. This is a real-life pharmaceutical commercial that we made, and I still can't believe we actually did it. There's literally a full-length commercial using real physical masks. The poor actors had to put these heavy things on and sweat in them for a full day of shooting, but they assured me it was a lot of fun, so I'm not complaining. The heads are actually based on real 3D models from the game, so it was really cool to see some of our digital aliens come to life in the real world. All right, so look who it is. Knifey. Knifey's back. So Knifey's still the same overly violent Knifey you know and love, played again by Michael Cusack, who plays Knifey with the same absurd insanity that he did in the first game. We love the fact that our weapons have unique personalities, and that's how we built them from the ground up. They're more than just tools, they're part of your squad, and they have their own character arcs that you can impact. Here, you and Knifey are working on cutting these posters down at the start of our trailer, and that's actually part of the gameplay in the hub city we'll get to momentarily. But let's go back real quick and look at the big threat to humans we teased right up top. Human's a Pro is Rhea Pharmaceuticals' new, potentially legal medication made out of humans. I don't want to give too much away at this point, but I will say that legally selling humans as drugs is probably pretty bad for humanity in general. You also probably noticed that we have a skateboard now. Fun fact, you can actually see this skateboard in your room in High on Life 1. My co-creative director, Eric Meyer, held on tightly to the skateboard and really focused on making sure the skateboard was fun and easy to use and also integral to combat and traversal, which is great because our hub this time is actually a massive ring structure floating in space. Let's check it out. So this part of the hub is called Circuit Arcadia. Doesn't it look cool? You can pick up new quests, or you can do things like go to the movies, play disc golf, speed dating, all sorts of stuff. The other side of the hub, way up at the top of the ring that you can't see in this trailer, is called Pink Line Harbor. Back in the distance here, you can see this pill-shaped tower, and this is Rhea Pharmaceuticals' building. Rhea Pharma and their new mysterious CEO play a major role in High on Life 2. Look who else is back. Sweezy, she's another fan favorite. Sweezy's still brave and confident. She's the same SMG you know from the first High on Life, but this time, introducing her to the life of an outlaw is putting a little bit too much pressure on her. You can also see here that you can shoot your skateboard out as a weapon to detonate Sweezy's embedded crystals. Now we're in the aviary at the Circuit Arcadia Zoo, where Lizzie has no idea she's about to be swarmed by bounty hunters. So this guy here, bursting through the glass, that's Repticle. Repticle's a naturally talented bounty hunter, but more than anything, he just loves to skate. Unfortunately, he's here to kill your sister, and obviously you can't let that happen, so you'll need to bring another old friend along to help you out. So Gus is also back. You can see him here blasting enemies from our new main faction, the Good Guys. Remember, you're the bad guy now, so you're actually fighting good guys. In the first game, we had the G3 cartel, the enemies with all that yellow goop on them. And after you defeated the G3, all those mercenaries were unemployed. A lot of them took regular jobs like teachers, parking attendants, bankers, while some of the other more ambitious ones took jobs as the good guys. And just like in the first game, these mercenaries are willing to go through some pretty brutal stuff to stay employed. If you look closely here, you can see this right here is one of the mercs heads from the first game. And in this one here, you can see this is one of the grunts heads. The grunt's the guy with the little eyeball that popped out and he would run around. These guys basically ditched their body to become this new enemy faction. So if you kill these guys, parts may continue to attack you. Like this arm here that you just shot off. It might turn into a little snake that crawls around and hunts you, or it might jump up in your face and shoot you with a laser. As well as shooting off arms, there's a bunch of other cool stuff you can shoot off of these guys. In fact, take a look at this guy right here after we shoot him. Creature's back too. Tim Robinson is hilarious, and I'm so excited that he's back to play Creature again. The guys Creature's fighting here, these are the Buttons Gluttons. They're animal rights activists and bikers that ride living motorcycles. But for now, let's talk about this cool little turtle guy that you pick up. Some local wildlife has made its way onto the Pink Line Panacea cruise ship in Pink Line Harbor. It's actually kind of good for you because the flint turtles are basically adorable little flamethrowers. These turtles are one of many living pickup weapons in the game. So now we've made it to MurderCon. MurderCon is a convention hosted on an entire planet of conventions, and you're tracking a target through a bunch of strange alien conventions. So for MurderCon itself, imagine something like a deadly mix of American Gladiator and laser tag. Fortunately, you have this new gun, Sheath, played by the incredible Ralph Ineson. Ralph's voice is absolutely iconic, and he has great comedic timing. So Sheath is a battle rifle at his core, but in the trailer, we're highlighting some of his secondary abilities. He's firing his spikes into various MurderCon attendees. So with these spikes, you can assemble a kebab of multiple enemies, and you can detonate them to cause a lot of damage. Or you can fire them over the edge, you can fire them into a pit or an environmental hazard. There's a lot of fun options here. You just got knocked into this void. As you're falling, you see you pull out yet another new weapon. This one's name is Bowie. So Bowie's honestly my favorite weapon in the game right now. When you factor in his weird little sticky hand, which we'll talk more about in the future, he's just super fun to play with all around. And during the game, Bowie discovers that he looks like, and he has some pretty surprising insights about that fact. You hear a lot from Bowie, and he's a great character. Before moving on, we have to talk about Travis and Jan, so let's take a quick step back. So this is Travis and Jan. These two are new, and they have a pretty complex relationship. As a couple, Travis and Jan are a bit of an unlikely duo. Jan's kind of a party girl, and Travis is trying to figure himself out and gain some confidence. You'll learn a lot about these two throughout the game, probably too much, honestly, and they have some pretty intense chemistry. The best part about these two, they're dual-wielding weapons. You just saw them shooting some classic slime at these enemies, but they also have a special move they can do together. You can see them powering it up just before you get blindsided. So you just got sideswiped by the famous and sponsored gladiator that always wins MurderCon. People come from all over just for the chance to be murdered by him. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to be murdered by him too. He has this cool chain chomp arm with a little biting creature encased in metal. He's really cool. As badass as he looks though, he's just a mini boss for this mission. The real boss is much, much smaller. So you just landed in this orange pill bottle, which is obviously a little different than the polished white one we showed in the beginning of the trailer. So while Humanza Pro is being advertised, it's actually still in clinical trials and isn't legal just yet. So you're seeing this less polished version of the product to show the player that there's still a chance to stop Rhea Pharma from using humans in Humanza Pro.
Yeah, humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
And that's it. I really want to thank my team. You guys have done such an amazing job getting us to this point. Look at this world premiere we're doing. You guys rule. I love you all. And for the audience that's watching, I want to say I really appreciate you taking the time to check out this trailer breakdown. And I really do hope you're as excited as I am for High on Life 2. High on Life 2 will be out this winter, and I genuinely can't wait for you guys to see all the stupid, weird stuff we put into this game. Thank you.